Hello, my people. Welcome once again to A.O.S. Abroad. Thank you so much for joining this wonderful session. For those joining on A.O.S. Global, thank you very, very much. I see many people joining right now. All right. So today we have yet another wonderful episode, another educative live session, a live session where we are going to discuss Canadian immigration, where we are going to discuss how to actually move to Canada and the benefits that await you for those of you who want to jackpot, but want to jackpot with sense. Because as you know, in our own live sessions, we always talk about factual things, what you need to know about migrating and how you need to migrate sensibly. It's very important because if you do not migrate with sense, my people, you get some people wey dey talk say if you wan migrate, if you no migrate well na Libya they go take you. Those people that are going or seeking sponsorship, but they don't want to pay, and because they don't want to pay, at the end of the day they take them to Libya instead of Canada. That is why you have to shine your eyes, but in shining your eyes to be ready to shine your pocket. You understand? And in shining your pocket, pay for something that is better. Don't pay for something that will what? That would cause you issues down the line. So today's live session, we are going to be talking about A.O.S. Global Travel Grants, the 2,000 Canadian grants we are giving those that qualify. And likewise, we are going to be talking about the A.O.S. Travel Small Package. For those of you that are seeing our live sessions, that are seeing the picture in my screen, we'll be talking about that. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of questions already popping up, and I'll be answering them one by one. Some people are saying we should check our DMs. Don't worry, we're going to check. I'm not the only one attending to DM. There have been a lot of DMs. So our virtual assistants will be responding to it little by little. Just kindly be patient. And anything they say you should do, if they say you should go to one particular link, go there, do the needful. Don't wait to be spoon fed. That is just the advice I can give. Okay, someone is asking, please help me, please. I want to travel to Canada. Everybody always need help, as I do always say. But heaven help those who help themselves. You understand? And if you want to help yourself, just like we said, follow the simple steps, the simple instructions that is given to you. If you want to learn how to migrate to Canada, you want assistance on how to migrate to Canada, click on that link up, aosglobal.org. Apply right now on that link. You understand? Or go to our bio and click on the link in our bio and do the needful. Basically, go apply, fill the form. There's a form that you have to fill for them to check if you are eligible. If you are eligible, you are going to be contacted. If you are not, still you'll be contacted, but you'll not be disturbed too much. They will either give you freebie, free books to download. And we have seen tons of people, hundreds of people that have been downloading our free books about your tickets to Canada, how you can work on your immigration yourself and not let anybody scam you, basically. So please reply my DM message. Just like I said, uh, virtual assistant will respond to your DMs. So don't worry. Just make sure anything they tell you to do it and ensure that you get started with your immigration. Get serious with your immigration. Don't let them, don't. I'm saying, Ogaola, most of I saw, see my whole G, my whole G from Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Oh boy, welcome my brother. Welcome. I've missed my Museo. Capoeira master. Capoeira master. Hey, yeah. I saw one of our videos the last time when I was checking on my previous TikTok videos, and I was seeing when Museo was playing the what they call it now. What do you call that drum? That kind of thing in front of our academy. He's one of our wonderful French professors in Nigeria. How are you, sir? I'm so honored to have you here. This is the first. Yes, I've been now. Yes, okay. What's your Faisal? How's everything? How's family? How's work? How is studies? Okay, I think you are graduated now. Congratulations on your graduation, for your master's. So proud of you. Welcome and thank you very much for joining. Berim now. I don't know that one. Berim now. Na big grammar for me. Shey na the name of the of the drum be that. I mean, wetin dem dey call am. So for those joining on AOS Global, thank you very much. If you want to learn how to migrate to Canada, you want to actually get support from how to migrate to Canada, just like those that have been asking about, oh, help me now, help me. If you want help yourself, go to that link, aosglobal.org. When you go to that link, aosglobal.org, you are going to see this Travel Small Small to Canada package. It's a package that allows you to pay little by little, and work on your immigration for those that want to pay. As we said, we have come a long way when it comes to immigration to Canada. So it's not compulsory you even pay. You can pay, you can work on your immigration yourself. Just like I said, I worked on my own immigration myself. I didn't pay anybody to work on my own immigration. So if I want to support people, if I want to truly help people, I can give people things free. And one of the free things I can give that I also got when I was coming to Canada was free resources online. You understand? You can get free resources, books, like books that I've written. As I always say, I am a published author. You understand? I have books on Amazon that are currently selling in Nigeria, in Canada, in the UK, US. But for those that are in Nigeria and Africa, you get my book free. You understand? Your ticket to Canada book. That book is free. You don't need to pay for it. You get me? You don't need to pay for it. You can just go on that link, aosglobal.org, and you get it free. Yes, we sell it to other people in the, you understand, in other countries, but you would get it free. And that is one way we are giving back to the society to ensure that other people that want to come to Canada can also come to Canada. Just like my monsieur is saying here, that I am coming to Canada. Oh, of course, I know. Everybody wants to come to Canada. Monsieur Faisal is saying, wow, scholar, PhD on point. Who be PhD? Okay, maybe you shall. You already have masters. Me, I don't even get masters. What is it concerned with PhD? As I did like this, not the PhD I dey look for. Not the PhD. Oh. Na something we pass my PhD. I did something we me I take pass PhD. I dey look for. You understand? So that being said, one of the things that for those that are joining on LinkedIn and YouTube, let me put that how will I call it? That's because some of you may be asking that you are not seeing the link. So let me put the link right now on what do you call it now, on LinkedIn and on YouTube. Please understand something. These live sessions is where we come here to answer questions, and because of the Black Friday deal, this Black Friday deal, the travel small small to Canada, the package that I and our immigration consultants have basically been saying for days now that people should actually come benefit from. And because we put a lot in creating this package, we want a lot of people to migrate to Canada. You know, I do always say something. When I was back home in Nigeria, I didn't know the potential of moving to Canada. I didn't really understand it. I didn't really see. Let me tell you something. To be frank, when you're starting up a family and you want to be protected, sometimes you can start up a family and things may be hard, things may be difficult. You may not be able to. And I think to an extent, sometimes I remember when I was starting up my family as well, and I was speaking to some of my mother, my father, you understand, my in-laws, sometimes they say when you want to give birth to a child, sometimes things may be difficult. Do you understand? Things may be difficult. You may not be able to make ends meet at a particular time because you are juggling a lot of things. Your child, I just give birth, and my child now is about 6 months old, thank God. And I just realized it sometimes that it is not easy. Sometimes you may be expecting money and say, okay, yes, business will go well, and business won't go well. You understand? Sometimes you may be in work, you may be working, and because you are spending on yourself, you are spending on your spouse, you understand, you're also spending on your child. Things may be difficult. Do you understand? Things may be difficult. And I think that is what makes us human. That is what um being a parent, you understand? That's what it involves. But in a country like Canada, I was wanting to do one. Some people were asking me differences between study, work, and everything, and I wanted to do a kind of summary of everything. And when I was doing the summary today, like basically, I'm still working on that webinar that I would do. But when I was doing a summary of the slides, the presentation, And I got to see the differences between you coming into Canada as a temporary resident, maybe as a student, as a worker, as a visitor, and you coming into Canada as a permanent resident, just like I did. Or you staying back at home, staying back in Nigeria, just like I did at a particular time in my life. So 2018, when I started working on immigration, I was not serious with my own Canadian permanent residence because I said, "Oh, I'm making money in Nigeria, Jerry, waiting concern me." But when COVID-19 came and pandemic came, this my oga here, Mr. Faisal, can attest to it. When suffer hit our head, when we were struggling to make ends meet, when we were see, my brothers and sisters, sometimes you'll be humbled. Even if you have business in Nigeria, you'll be humbled. Even if you are making money in Nigeria, sometimes you'll be humbled by the calamities. There was lockdown in coronavirus time. There was like businesses didn't thrive. And because my own business was predominantly physical, students were not coming. You understand? I couldn't hold classes. There was lockdown. People were literally going back to their houses. Nobody was in school in the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria, that time. So basically, funds were tight. Funds were just like, as I said, as synonymous to when I was building or raising my family, things were hard. Do you understand? But the difference between Nigeria, staying back in Nigeria that time, I remember when the so-called palliatives came out and they were sharing it in Turkey that time. And they were literally giving people spoon of rice, spoon, that this is what you and your family will eat. During the lockdown that we don't even know what will happen. We don't know how, we didn't know if the lockdown will be for a week, we didn't know if it will be for a month, we didn't know if it will be for even a year. And they were giving people spoon of rice for an entire family of 2, 3, 4 children. And that is even if you get the opportunity of the spoon of rice. If you didn't get the opportunity of the spoon of rice, just like we, sometimes you go suffer, but another person go suffer past you. So you said you'll be looking for that spoon of rice. If it's better for another person to get it, it's better than you. Yes, you too, you were a little bit suffering, but your own suffer never reach that level. Say you go to collect just spoon of rice. You understand that kind of thing? But the truth is, Nigeria, that country, the sufferness was premium. You understand? It's just the truth. As I'm laughing and talking about it now, Mustafa, I saw this here. It was not funny that time. It was not funny. It was not fun. Mustafa, I saw if you can join this live session. I think we have a lot of things to talk about about that COVID-19 time. But when I came to Canada and I started setting up my family, and especially when I talked about giving birth, the government of Canada, hmm, this country, they supported this country, they helped this country, they made sure that the citizen you are giving birth to, because if you give birth in Canada, you are literally giving your child citizenship. That's just it. So your child is not just a Nigerian, but your child is a Nigerian Canadian. That's just it, basically. And anywhere you're also coming from, your child will have the benefit of, if your country gives it, the benefit of your country's citizenship and the benefit of Canadian citizenship. And this child, giving birth to your child in Canada, you will not understand it until you have gotten it. It's just the truth. You won't understand it until you get to a country that values its citizens. You won't understand it until you have. I remember during the COVID-19 time, like that was the thing that literally opened my mind to the opportunities that I was missing. I was in as a Nigerian living in Nigeria. When I would call my uncle in Canada and he would tell me that ẹ̀yin kí ni ìjọba Buhari ṣe fún yín? What did Buhari government do for you? We that are here, we are not going out. We are on a lockdown, but the government is paying our stipends. They are paying literally the money that we are meant to go out to go and earn. And again, it doesn't stop there. When they go to like our own synonymous ShopRite, when they go to Walmart, you understand? When they go to grocery stores, the government has given the grocery stores some funding that okay, per family, There are some hampers. We're not talking about spoon or spoon of rice. We're not talking about spoon of rice that we are collecting along. They are giving them hamper. If you remember, that's what we can liken it to. Hamper that they always give during this, you understand? I don't know if they are still doing it in Nigeria. During this Christmas and New Year time, they were literally stocking hamper for families to come take on a daily basis and on a weekly basis or monthly basis. Then if I remember correctly, they were giving them a lot of things that my uncle was literally telling us that his family would not have finished, you understand, that particular hamper that time during the COVID-19 lockdown period. They couldn't have finished that one, but they will still go and collect another one when the next batch of hampers set in. That was when I knew that, oh boy. And similarly, my brother in the US, he was telling me that time that they were even praying that the lockdown should not stop. When we in Nigeria were suffering and we couldn't afford to actually feed ourselves, they were saying it that the government of America too were supporting their citizens, giving them monies, giving them stipends, ensuring that they eat well, ensuring that the lockdown was like holiday for them, was like vacation. But in Nigeria, the lockdown in COVID-19 time, in the coronavirus time, was as if there was famine in the land. There was as if there was the gods were vexing that time. That's how it was. So you will not understand it until when you yourself you have the opportunity. You will not understand it. That's why some people will be talking to them. There are some people that will call me, they will say they want to move to Canada. But when I hear them talk, when I hear them, the things they ask for, I just realize that, oh boy, all this one never serious. Because you never know what you are missing until you see the other, you understand, part of life. You never know what you are missing until you suffer to a point that you become humbled by suffer. That's just the thing. That's just the thing. Nobody is saying a country is perfect. Canada is not perfect. It has its own flaws too. But it is far, far better than you being in a same country that values its citizens, that really literally provides for its citizens. You understand? We are not in the COVID-19 era anymore. The lockdowns are not available anymore. But the government of Canada are still paying, and it's not only the citizens, they are still paying permanent residents, still paying people that are residents of the country to literally what? To literally survive in the country. So some people say, Canada is no easy, Canada beginning online. But some people will not tell you the real facts. Some people every month they are collecting stipends, they are collecting money from the government of Canada. And in fact, in our own situation, you collect money from the federal government of the country. You will also collect money from the provincial government of the country if you qualify, of course. But the beauty is you are being taken care of. These countries, when I was coming into, when I was working on my immigration process, I didn't really understand it. I thought, okay, yes, you pay tax, and because you pay tax, you're not going to get benefit from the government. No, as you know, just like there was one time when we first landed and we attended a tax workshop, and that person was talking about the benefit of you filing taxes. If you don't file tax, you won't get some of these benefits. And the truth about it is, some people have collected more money from the government than they ever paid in taxes. Do you understand? Because they are qualified for it and because they need it. Those kind of people, when they finally get to earn, they will be much more willing to pay to the government their taxes because they know that they have also benefited from what? From the social structure in Canada. So sometimes people don't understand it that it is not only about you moving abroad, it is about you having that support system, about you having that value, that a country will value you. They will not just see you as suffer person. They will value you that yes, you too, you are a person. You too, you need. You know, I do always say something. Nigeria, the problem in Nigeria is that some things that are meant to be basic necessity of life is luxury. Electricity, I always talk about it every time. 24/7 lights in Canada, in many parts of Nigeria, is luxury. If you have it, in fact, when I was in Nigeria, there were some people that would say, I want we what take panoy. What panoy can if you lálẹ́ o. Imagine. Imagine. This place, when we first came, that's why sometimes your mentality will affect you. Sometimes what you have been accustomed to will affect you. When I first landed in Canada in the year 2023, for like 1 to 2 months, I was still holding power bank. I was still holding power bank, still holding charger káàkiri. You understand? Until when someone had told me that, see, brother, when you leave Africa, you have to ensure that the mentality of Africa leaves you. That thing was deep. When you leave Africa, you have to ensure that the mentality of Africa what leaves you. So that time I realized, oh boy, even the power bank I bought from Nigeria, because I bought it new, that time you will be used to it. when when you want to work as a business person, especially, and you know that, okay, you can't afford for your phone to die, because I was doing online things, so I was into business that time. You will always be taking power bank and charger everywhere. So that mentality, I was accustomed to it. That I came to Canada for the first 1 to 2 months, I was still holding power bank. You understand? And never for once that time, and even till now, the lights go off in the country that I needed to use power bank. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So you will never understand it sometimes. When people say you should come to Canada, there are opportunities, you will never understand it until you later leave. Until you later leave. I don't always tell people the money that we spent to work on our immigration, we have made, it's not even double, quadruple, it's not even quadruple. I don't know how to make, like 100 times, if not 1,000 times, the money that we made use of to move to the country. You can see, it can never be, especially for someone that is serious. For someone that really wants to come to Canada, you can never lose out when you come to Canada the right way. You can never lose out when you come to Canada legally. You will benefit. Those that are coming illegally, or those that are saying, okay, they want to, you understand, go through Agadez, go through Darien Gap, you understand, enter illegally through the border. See, you are just suffering yourself. A lot of people die on the road. People going to Europe, that they will go to Agadez, Niger, Benin Republic, Niger Republic, they will go through Mediterranean Sea, go through a Sahara Desert. You will lose big time, big time. You will lose big time, because the benefit of you being in the country, you will not get it. A lot of our brothers, African brothers, you understand, Asian brothers, Indians, Pakistanis, you understand, people from West Africa, people from Nigeria, people from Ghana, they are sleeping on the streets. And now that, imagine now, winter has come. It's cold outside. Yesterday when I was having the live session, I had to wear jackets because we were not yet already used to it. But now we're already getting used to the cold. Okay, yes, normal, normal. But imagine you are not now inside the house. Imagine you are now sleeping outside. The year we came into Canada, one Nigerian man that is not that he's a suffer person, he's a well-to-do in Nigeria. He kpafuka, as my wife will say, he kpafuka for inside Mississauga shelter, because he came into the country, he went through visa, he wanted to seek asylum, they didn't give him shelter. At the end of the day, someone that didn't die in his country, you understand, that didn't sleep outside in his country, that wasn't exploited in his country, but because people are looking for shortcut, he kpafuka for inside there.
Sorry, let me say something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because do you know that
All
some
right.
people,
Come and sit down,
aside
Jai.
from
Come and take chair. Bring chair. It's a talk that we have to talk together. Sit down. This is my beautiful wife, Jai. She wants to talk.
No, I just want to say something. Because
Say something. Say something. It's necessary
So
to
the
say
thing
something.
is that those people that are outside now, that are
Yes.
seeking asylum.
Okay.
See, there are some people that also seek asylum, but in a better way.
In a better way.
So if you want to do anything, you need to make sure that you are doing that thing in the best way that you can.
Possible.
Because when you say that anything, a big monster,
Anything that is worth doing
is worth doing
well. Thank
so
you.
you should make sure that you are seeking the asylum in a better
Thank
way.
you. A better way.
Yeah. So some people, if they want to seek asylum, they already know that they want to do that and all of that.
Exactly.
I mean, to mention, there are lawyer ìjọba, which sometimes
it may not favor you.
Yeah,
but people are looking for free things.
Yeah. So,
free. At the end of the day, they do it to their own. You understand? To their own disadvantage.
Yeah. So because and again, now you are coming into Canada.
Yes.
And some
Okay.
people will be like, I don't have anybody in Canada.
In
Okay,
Canada.
for example, let me tell you one situation, one thing that happened in 2023. I was
Okay.
in Canada. I'm in Canada already. Yes, I was in Canada around, let's say, July.
July.
I came
Okay.
in May, and
Okay.
then around July, I got a call from someone. This
Okay.
person I never knew from back home. I don't know
Back
anything
home.
about her.
Okay.
I don't even know anything about her.
Okay.
So she called me that day that okay, somebody gave her my number. Probably my daddy is your daddy friend. He met talking about. She
Okay.
started saw everything together. Okay, so how do you want me to help you? She said that she's coming into Canada to visit,
Canada in Canada.
to
Okay.
visit,
Okay.
and she doesn't have anywhere to stay, and she's coming in on Friday.
On
Girl,
Friday.
you're coming in on Friday, and you're just calling me on Wednesday.
On
So what do you want
Wednesday.
me to do? She said, okay, if I can help her secure a place, and I said, okay, I can help you secure a place if you have the money.
Ah,
Because where I'm
Wahala.
staying, you can't stay with me because
She
about
wants
that,
to.
I'm not just the only one inside one room,
You did not tell her you are also paying.
and I'm
It's not
also
free
paying.
to.
It's not
It's
free.
not free to leave. Oh. You
Yeah.
will also pay. Are you not
So
paid?
she said,
Ah.
oh, she doesn't have the money. Like, you don't have the
Okay. You
money,
don't
and
want
you
to have
book a
money.
flight. So there are tickets. Like, what are you
Oh,
saying?
book flight. You see,
She
some
said,
people are not serious.
yeah, she thinks she might be
No,
able to
no,
find her
Boya.
way.
No, wait. Boya is a, you may ask her. She may say that the flight ticket she got was free. Abi, air flights, pilots did not. Abi,
So
airplane did not collect
she
money.
said that, and I said,
Rubbish.
how are you going to do it? Okay, even if I want to say I should do Jama and this person I'm even talking about, I don't know her from Madam. Let me do Jama to help you get a place, and then you're going to pay the landlord and all of that. Even visit visa. But if you come with visit visa, our landlord they don't want to give you house.
They don't want to give.
If
Oh,
you,
people
they're going
don't
to give you
know.
house, they're going to pay for like
You have
6
to
months
pay.
before they say
It's
okay,
not
this one
free.
because mortgage and all of these things are there as
Thank
well.
you. Thank you.
So I told her that I don't know what to do. At this
Okay.
point, I can't help it. Like you do not even look for anything, you do not even make any arrangement before booking your flight and all of that. Mind you, she paid for visa. You paid for visa,
No,
you
that
paid for
one. That
everything,
one. Canada give
and
her
now
free
you're
now
saying that you don't have where to stay.
to stay.
Let me tell
Imagine.
you, she stayed in a shelter.
Imagine.
The day I called her, I was like, okay, let me just check on her because
Check on
it's
her.
been a
Okay.
while and I'm home today. So let me just call her and in fact, my lips like this is not dry. Allah
Her
Akbar.
lips was very dry.
No, like she was now lean.
Lean, imagine. It
I
was
know like
Sola
she knew
Tele.
because I was
And she was in Canada. It was Canada she was. It's
yes.
not somewhere else.
So I
Because
was not like,
Kowalo
how
no
did you do
Aponle,
it?
she didn't come the right way.
I was not like, how did you do it? And
Okay.
then we were in Brampton. She said she
Bram.
was in North York. I said, okay. And
Okay.
even then, I don't even have a car. That's okay, let me go. Because I was like, okay, I'll
Go and
prepare
pick
food.
her up.
I'll come and give you. Where did I want to put her if I go and pick her up? I'll come and give you food. I'll just maybe got me a terraria. At the end of the day, I later forgot. She was
You
not
go leave
telling me
her
that they
now.
don't used to eat. Oh. They would give them bread,
Bread.
dog
In
just once
Canada, oh, not
a
in
day.
Nigeria. Oh.
Because how government
Yes,
and all of that.
she was taking it from airport. Okay, you are also going as okay, oh, you are as if you are a destitute, basically. You are a beggar. That's just it. That's the interpretation of it. The interpretation is beggar ni mi o, anything tẹ́ bá fún mi ni màá gbà o. Because someone that is asking for help, you don't have mouth to say, okay, this is what you should do for me.
Mhm.
But as a permanent resident, when we were coming as a permanent resident, we paid our money. Abi, share of any. Over like
Exactly.
6.7 million
Another
our
thing,
money.
because the post that I made, that I
But
posted,
people don't
I
want to
want
pay their
post it,
money.
I'm posting, and that people were
Okay.
commenting,
Libya,
is it
Libya.
Canada or Libya?
Or Libya.
First, I didn't really know that because story more, I'm using hijab.
Hijab,
That was why
okay.
they have been commenting, no, they are taking it to Libya, don't forget them, kineko. At some point, I was like, please, that accurate when in Shiva, why are they
Ibo ló ti ń
commenting this
rí
kind of
Libya.
thing? Have they gone to my page or this, that? So
Uh-huh.
it was one person that now asked Ganga that is it Canada or Libya? Do they use hijab in
Hijab.
Canada or
Limited knowledge.
so
Limited
that's it.
knowledge.
Cut off is of Libya is because I was using hijab. I have a friend. She's like over 40 years old. You invited of this, she's a citizen of this Canada and she's using a cup. So it's not that maybe because we are in Canada, be
As
US,
a
be UK, you
Muslim,
cannot practice your
as a
religion.
Muslim, you can practice your religion in Canada. Nothing stops you from
You can go to
practicing.
church.
In fact, if you are a
You can
citizen, if
do
you are a
anything you
Christian
want
self,
to do.
like
Nobody
you
will
have
catch you
your
to
sister,
get clinical.
sister If you're a sister, you can practice your religion in Canada. They you see, you have the liberty to do what you wish. You have the liberty to actually live the way you like. Nobody will force. So while you are following the law, nobody
Mm-hmm.
would harass you. Nobody will exploit you. That is if you come the right way.
And again, the reason why I think they are all talking about Libya is everybody that wants to migrate to Canada, they are always looking
Sponsorship,
for sponsorship.
sponsorship. Help me, help
And
me,
the
help
people
me.
that we are working with, they don't do anything
They don't do
sponsorship.
sponsorship.
And they
Exactly.
already told us that we are not doing anything
They don't do
sponsorship. Ẹ
sponsorship
má
for
gbé
people.
sponsorship wá bá mi. Ṣe sponsorship. Bọ̀ bá fẹ́ sponsorship wo
See,
go lọ sálẹ̀ o.
the
Uh-huh.
people
So
call sponsorship sponsorship, but people don't call it the name it is.
what is it?
The name it is human smuggling. That's just the truth. Many of the things that they do for people, many of the things are human smuggling, sex trafficking, you understand, and exploitation, work exploitation. You can browse many of these things yourself. The job sponsorship they call outside. If you are a female and you are willing that, okay, yes, they have their way with you. You
What is
understand?
this example?
If they you are willing that they have their way with you, no problem, do you get a sponsorship? Number one. Number two, if I'm saying the messages, I will respond to the messages right now. If you are a man and you are willing for them to work, you want to work in farm and they exploit you, the money that they are meant to give you, they don't, just like some people will ask me that, please, so help me when I get there, I'll be paying back. No problem. There's one woman too that they say yes. Now Canada they want take her go. Now Egypt she finally land. Egypt for 7 years she still dey pay the money wey dey use carry am from Nigeria to Egypt. Do you understand? Because she's looking for, nobody say you should be. That's why we tell people, even if you can't afford something, learn how to build skills, learn how to learn skills. That's why at aosglobal.org, if you go on that place, there's a place where I said learn skills. There are some skills that I was learning in Nigeria that I used to afford my own immigration. There are some skills that and you don't need to be in Canada before you learn skills. Learn skills that will make you money online. And from the money you make online, you will not be able to afford your immigration. It took me 5 years from 2018 to 2023 to come to Canada. It was not easy. It was not a journey that was smooth. You understand? But it was beneficial because when I finally landed, even people that have been staying here 7 years, 10 years, 12 years as refugee or they were seeking asylum, or I was far better than them because the government recognizes me more as a legal immigrant than them. Oh, let's leave that talk. We should not talk too much. So, Mose Faisal is saying, this guy, you dey fresh, you dey shine. Na Canada, na Canada, they make person shine. Is that which scholarship can you advise me to take? Scholarship, Yampia, if you qualify for it, because as you two, you are looking for scholarship, other people too are looking for scholarship. There are hundreds of thousands, even millions of people that are looking for scholarships. And that is why me, during my own time, I didn't focus on scholarship. You can focus on it, but it may take you at least 1 or 2 years. You understand, to get scholarships if you are proactive about it, if you take it as a full-time job, seeking scholarships, applying, reapplying, because sometimes you can get rejected. You don't let that actually discourage you. You keep on applying to scholarships more and more
I just
before you
posted
get it.
something on A.O.S abroad about scholarship PhD. No, they one day you can check.
Okay. So Sadiq Adisa is saying asylum. Oh, sorry. Asylum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. Okay, so Sadiq Adisa says, please can this amount take me to Canada? Well, it varies. What you have may take you to Canada if you go through it the right way. If you go through people that can help you manage the funds. If you go through and you are willing to work on it too, because some people have wasted money before now, but they want things, but they're not ready to actually act on it. Let me give you an example. Some people want to come to Canada. When they see us, they'll say, Miss, I want to come to Canada. I want to become a permanent resident too. But you are not ready to do what will help you become a permanent resident. What will help you? Number one, doing the exams that we require so that once you do those exams, even scholarship, you get some scholarship, you can't get it on a platter of gold. You write essay, you write everything before you get it. So you have to be willing to do what you want, have to do to get what you want. People want to apply for grants, for instance, the A.O.S Global Travel Grant that we are currently giving people who actually qualifies 2,000 Canadian dollars. And some people will go on the website, they will look at what the grant is about, they'll say, this one is not Canadian, they are not doing it because it requires you to do some certain things. Nobody will give you anything on the platter of good if you don't go through some certain things. You have to go through the step by step that have been laid down. So permanent residence is beneficial. It is something that is as if you are like the citizen of Canada. The only thing is that you are not gotten a citizen. And once you get that citizenship, you understand, you are already set up for life, and your generation is set up. It's just the truth, because they will benefit from that citizenship. You understand? My child is still collecting benefits every month from the government of Canada, even though she is still a young person, she's still a baby. But it doesn't come easily. You have to walk the talk. Don't just say, I want to come to Canada, please help me, I'm interested. And if you don't, that's why a lot of people, thousands of people reach out to us on a monthly basis. I'm interested, I'm this and this and this. But out of those thousands, it's just tens of people that we work with, because those are the people that are ready to give Canada immigration what it takes. Those are the people that are ready to come in legally. We don't do sex trafficking. We don't do human smuggling. We don't do, you understand, many of the things that people want us to do, which some people will say, please help me with job sponsorship. Once you say help me with job sponsorship, what you are just saying practically 90% of the times, please traffic me. You understand? Please have your way with me. Please exploit me, extort me. That's just it. But people don't know. We that were here, we spent our money to come to Canada. So if you want to spend your money to come to Canada, click on that link, aosglobal.org. Once you click on it, the travel small small to Canada package is there. That's one of the things we can do for you, to help you work on it step by step, little by little, for those that are willing. If you are not willing, if you are willing, then you are welcome. So, okay, let's move on. I'm seeing some comments. We see Sadiq Adisa, you guys are not replying. So sorry about that. A lot of people are asking questions, so we'll get to your questions. And of course, if you are reaching out to us through DMs, just like I said, you have to understand thousands of people have been reaching out. So we try our possible best to respond. If you don't respond immediately, at least calm down. You understand? Many of these things that we are doing is freely, at least at that level. So calm down, and you'll be responded to if you are patient enough. Okay, so Ghanaian Abiodun is saying human trafficking. Yes, a lot of people. That's why some people on our Kilonko, they will say, Shena Libya on they take people to Shena Kenya they take people, because people have already seen that a lot of people that are putting it online that just sponsorship. They say, okay, no problem. You don't want to pay Abi, but you get your passport, no problem. Bring your passport. They will not hold your passport. Again, there was one person that read that said, you hope the just sponsorship you are doing is not that you are going to hold my passport. So you don't want to pay for immigration. You don't want to pay for the ticket they will use to take you from your country to another place. You don't want to pay, you understand, for the visa they will work for, but you don't want them to collect your passport again. So what exactly do you want? Because that is their own guarantee. Once they take your passport, they know that you are now their property. That's just it. It's just like the time when there was slave trade. Slave trade. That time, people don't understand it. What was the concept of slaves? The concept was that your right as a human being, which is that identification, that's freedom paper, basically. Your owner, the person that owns you, or the person that owns that slave will hold it. People don't understand that thing. I've been in Canada for 2 3 years now, and they have never held my passport, because they know that it is my identity. It is, you understand? If I do what I'm meant to do, if I'm legal in the country, there's no reason they will hold my passport. No reason. But if you go to those ones that will hold your passport, and this is not only something that happens in Canada, it happens in the US, in UK, yes, everywhere that people are looking for free, just sponsorship, they will hold your passport until you pay finish. And many of them, if you don't pay within a year, or if you don't pay quickly within 2 3 years, they'll say, okay, yes, you have accrued interest. You understand? You have accrued. So if you look at it now, typically maybe you are meant to spend 5 million naira if you paid for your immigration yourself. But you did not pay that 5 million naira, you understand, for your immigration. You didn't pay the money that you're meant to pay when you wanted to move abroad. But later on now, you now paid like 2 times or 3 times that amount. You understand? You paid more. And sometimes many of them, it's not that you pay more just like that. They will exploit you. You will walk. You will walk. Yeah, but see the ones that they saw, that the one that they investigated in Canada, one farm where they said they were exploiting Mexican, you understand, workers. They were exploiting West African workers. They were exploiting because they would rank them up inside like a warehouse. They will not allow them to go out. In Canada here, they will not allow them to go out. They will not allow. They will say no, you must stay in farm that maybe you say people that are looking for housing, free house. Imagine you want someone to do visa for you. Is still that same person you want to help you with housing? Is still that same person that you want, because in Nigeria that you are a citizen sef, or in any country you are a citizen, is the person that is helping, abi how will I call it now, is it your company that is still giving you house? Is it your company that is still helping you with flight tickets? Or is, you understand what I'm trying to derive? You want someone or a travel agent to do all those for you for free, you understand, and you don't want to pay. And most times you are going to pay more than what you were meant to pay initially, because this thing is something that you pay months, years down the line. And most times it's not that you just pay for it, is that you pay, especially women, they are the ones that are most vulnerable. Some of the horror stories we have heard are coming from the opposite sex. They, so imagine someone coming into a country and they would exploit her, they will exploit her body, they will exploit. You now look at it, what's the purpose of you? You want a better life, I mean, you want a better life, that's why you're coming aboard. But at the end of the day, you will not get bitter life. You will get bitter life because you also are looking for free things, and that free things comes at a cost. You understand? So let's be guided basically when it comes to things like this. Let's move on.
This is 1 year.
Ganiat Abiodun. Okay, Queen's Gold say you know good. You okay, you know get okay. Egypt is 1 year, 6 months payback. Oh, okay, nice. And that is it. They say Egypt is 1 year, 6 months payback, but we have heard stories of people that have been there 7 years. You understand? Still paying back their what? Still paying back their job sponsorship. So it depends on what you want. If you want, many of them they can tell you that okay, yes, it's 1 year, 6 months, but start it first before you know what's up. But me, I don't always want that situation that you now start it and now realize. That's why we say people that want to come in the right way, do things legally. You understand? Pay for your things. Don't be expecting free. Yes, and if you're expecting free, it's not bad. Anything that comes with it, be willing to accept it. That's just the truth. Okay, let's move on. Someone is saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Please, what is the minimum score for CLP for permanent residency? Well, permanent residency has different programs. You understand? Different programs have different CRS scores or different minimum scores, basically. And the scores vary in terms of the kind of either even occupation you do in some of the programs. For instance, if it's express entry for federal skilled worker program, you understand the minimum is band 7. Now I do always tell people minimum is minimum for a reason. Minimum is minimum because everybody too will be chasing that minimum. You understand? I remember when me too I wanted to come to Canada, IELTS minimum was band 7, but I didn't have band 7. I got something better than that, which was what? Band 8.5. That will give you much, you will have more leverage than the other people that are looking for minimum. That's just it. PMPs, there are some PMP programs that will just require your sell people to just be band 5. You understand? Some band 6. You understand? So there are different programs that have different requirements. So we have to know the exact program you want, the occupation, because even Express Entry now has what we know as the um, category-based selections. The category-based selections also have their own what? Their own point system. So the program basically you want to apply for will determine the points you have. Do you get? Okay, Johnson. This is my first time here. Can you please explain the travel for me? Well, the travel small to Canada package is a package that allows you to work on your immigration to Canada by paying for your immigration on a little by little basis, small. Unlike when you go meet consultants or lawyers, you understand, they would charge you a lump sum upfront. Do you understand? But now we have partnered with Kesri Immigration and Settlement Services that will help you work on your immigration by splitting the amount, you understand, for months or for up to a year so that you can be able to basically afford that particular amount. I hope that answers it. So moving on, it says, okay. So I hope I've been able to answer that question. It said, can you help with my PR application? I'm in Canada. Well, yes, we can help through our immigration partners. Our immigration partner, Cursory Immigration and Settlement Services, would help you work on your immigration to Canada. So, and since you are in Canada as well, they can also assist you. You can just reach out, click on that link, apply at aosglobal.org. Once you put your information down, they will look into your eligibility to see how well you are eligible. And once you are eligible, they would actually work on your what? They would work on your application. All right. So, do we have any other questions? I think I was done. Okay. Okay, Harren Wealth. I send you a voice note. Okay. No problem with that. I think we're able to answer the first question that you asked here. Okay. So, another question that we got is, are you guys licensed? As I said, I think I've explained that now. I am not a licensed immigration consultant. I am not a lawyer, a Canadian lawyer, immigration lawyer. I just said we work with Cursory Immigration and Settlement Services, so they would assist you if you want to work on anything related to immigration. If you want them to assist you, you can click on the link aosglobal.org, and from there we can link you up to our immigration consultants that would assist you with your visa application. Okay. So someone is saying your number is not going, sir. Well, we are on live right now and we are making use of the same phone. So it may not go through, or maybe some things are jamming, but instead of calling, you can drop a message. Once you drop a message and we see it, we can explain to you, or we can get across to you. Okay. Now, that being said, I was talking about the Travel Small Small to Canada package. For those who want to benefit from the Travel Small Small to Canada package, you can click on the link. You understand? The aosglobal.org, and there you can fill in the form. If you fill in the form, you'll be able to actually get your travel plans evaluated, and based on what you feel, we are going to reach out to you. It may not be me that will reach out to you. It may not be Rashidas that will reach out to you. It may be some other people. It may be Oyinbo self. It may be Oyinbo that will reach out to you. You get. So anybody that reaches out to you, just know that, especially when they say they are from A.O.S Global, you understand. Let them know. Of course, they will talk to you and they would let you know your options to immigrate to Canada, whether it be for study abroad, for work abroad, for visit visa, for asylum, for permanent residency. The Travel Small Small to Canada package, do you understand? It works for any pathway you want to use to come to Canada. Do you understand? It's basically a package that allows you to pay small, small towards your towards your immigration to Canada. Instead of you paying a lump sum at once, you can spread your payments within up to, you understand, half a year or up to more than a year. Do you understand? So that is it. Now, likewise, many people have been asking that, oh, I don't have money. Oh, I don't this, I don't that. I will say, okay, yes. The A.O.S Global Travel Grant is another grant that can assist those who qualify to work on their immigration to Canada through that pathway. So basically, you could benefit from the 2,000 Canadian dollar grant that is currently being um, applied to for those that will qualify, and you can win that grant, and that grant can actually help support you towards your immigration to Canada. So you can visit that link, aosglobal.org. If you visit that link, you are going to be able to see our website, and on our website you can first of all apply to the Black Friday deal, which is the Travel Small Small to Canada package. This Travel Small Small to Canada package is basically available for this Black Friday period, and there are some slots that our consultants, you understand, have actually provided for us. So once the slot is finished, then the package is actually gone, basically. So if you want to be part of those who will benefit from the slots that are currently available, go to the Travel Small Small to Canada package. It is free. You understand, to actually fill the form. You will fill the form. They would evaluate you to see if you qualify, if you are eligible for what you applied for, whether be it for study permit, whether be it for work permit, for visitor visa, or asylum or permanent residence. If you are eligible, then they will reach out to you. Not everybody, as I do see on these live sessions, not everybody are reached out to. Not everybody. The consultant told us that there are some criteria they use to actually see if this person is serious, if this person is eligible, and if this person can actually succeed to come to Canada. Those that are eligible are those that they reach out to. It's as simple as that. Those that are eligible are those that they what that they reach out to. If you are not eligible, they may not be able to what they will not be able to reach out to you. So that's just how it goes. All right. But however, we at A.O.S Abroad, that's where we come in. We can actually give you access to some free materials that you don't need to pay anything for. Do you understand? Many people, your ticket to Canada, a simple guide to getting visas, you understand, the residency and citizenship. A lot of people are getting that book. We have gotten hundreds of downloads, free downloads. They did not pay any dime for it. That is our own way of actually what of actually giving back. So you can always get that. What do they call it now? That book. Go on the link aosglobal.org. It is free to actually what free to download. All right. So someone said Iniesta. They play. You go understand. Okay, I think you're talking to someone else. Um, 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 okay, that was not for us. All right. So that being said, let's really move on to other discussions for today. We're talking about the A.O.S Global Travel Grant, right? And this grant is a grant that was created in order to benefit people that basically need support financially. You understand? Basically need support financially to work on and it is not only focused on people that are coming to Canada. Yes, we are in Canada. Yes, I am currently in Ontario, Canada, but other people too, like I even got someone that was in Libya that applied that says yes, he wants to use it to travel to the US or to UK then. So that can also work. There are some people that are traveling to Italy that have applied for global travel, the A.O.S Global Travel Grant. So if you want to learn more about that together with the Travel Small Small to Canada package, click on the link that's aosglobal.org. You can see it, you understand, on your screen right now. So click on it. Once you click on it, you can actually go on our website and see the free book, your ticket to Canada book, and the Travel Small Small to Canada package. And also we have the what we have the A.O.S Global Travel Grants that is currently there. Currently, we have about 150, up to 150 people that have applied for that grant. You understand? And more people are applying. And the deadline, that's one thing. The deadline is 14th of November. 14th of what? Of November, which is just barely 2 days time. So if you want to benefit, if you want to be part of those that will benefit from that A.O.S Global Travel Grant, now is the time for you to go what? Go get that grant. If you go click on the information, if you go click on the website aosglobal.org, you'll be able to have access to that to apply for that grant. All right, I hope that explains it. Now, any questions? If you have any questions, put it on the comment section. Let us have you. Let us see how we could respond to your questions. And another thing we wanted to make mention of is the concept of the differences between temporary residency and permanent residency. What does it really mean, basically, when you are coming to Canada and you understand, like there are basically two ways. Let me put it that way. There are basically two ways you can come to Canada. There are basically two ways you can work on your travel to Canada. The first one is for you to work on your travel to Canada temporarily. That means to come and stay here for up to 6 months or even more up to 3 years. You understand? Within 6 months and three. That's basically what temporary residency is about. Temporary residency is we can divide it into three or four. The first one is to be an international student. In other words, you should come through the study permit, right? And once you come through the study permit as an international student, people don't know that when they say international student or study permit, it just basically means for you to study. That's just it. Any other thing you get is like authorization to do something, maybe like authorization to work, for example, But the basic thing is for you to come study. Or some people have been reaching out and say, okay, yes, I want to study. If I study, can I stay here permanently? Mm-mm. Don't mix it. That's why there are different pathways. There are different. Yes, you can switch. You can switch your visa, or you can reapply basically. When you come into Canada, you apply as a student, you study, and after you are done, or maybe even before you are done, you apply for permanent residency. It is a different application entirely. Do you understand? It is, don't mix it that okay, me, I want the study that is permanent. There's nothing like that. It is temporary. Now you cannot come to Canada and work for or study for 6 months or 8 months, like in some programs that we see online. You can come to study for 1 year, you can come to study for 2 years. I think the most is for you to come study for 3 years, which is bachelor's level, right? And of course, there are even some other programs like PhD you can do for like donkey years, 4 years, or it can even be more sometimes. But what we are saying in essence is the average is to come for within 6 months to 3 years, right? Now, the other way you can come into Canada temporarily is through the work permit. People don't know that work permit, people that are looking for a job sponsorship, even the job sponsorship, many of them, they come with you coming to Canada, getting a job contract, and the job contract will allow you to what? Will allow you to stay, or will allow you to work for 1 year or 2 years. There are some work contracts that are now extendable. You can extend it that okay, I still want to stay in Canada, get a contract from the a renewed contract from the company that okay, they'll be able to sponsor you, or they'll be able to assist you later on. You understand, to stay back in the country and work more. But there are situations of people that after 1 or 2 years, when they work, they go back to their country, whether easily, whether by themselves, or they get forced basically to leave when they lose their what? Their contract with the company. Okay, what's the question?
Okay, answer the question.
Okay, someone is asking, how can you apply for settlement plant? Settlement plant. I don't know settlement plant. Okay, plan. Top. Well, when it comes to settlement plans, there are different organizations. I remember when we were coming, I think we made use of which program, which YMCA. Is it not YMCA we made use of? Yes, YMCA. So, like, if you have gotten permanent resident, there's something they call confirmation of permanent residency, COPR. That is if you are coming as a permanent resident, though. If you are coming as a permanent resident, you will get that COPR, confirmation of permanent residence, from the government of Canada. Like, they will literally send it to you, you understand, in your country or in your any place you are. So once you get that, there's that letter. And even before they send you the mail, they will send you the PDF in your My Canada, what they call it, portal, like your IRCC secure account. So once you have that, once you see that letter on your IRCC secure account, you will see a list of all the settlement services companies that are available, depending on, of course, again now, the province you are coming to. The province you are coming to is going to have their own settlement services companies. So you can call, you can reach out, you can send email. I remember during our own time when we were coming to Canada as permanent residents, we made use of YMCA. Do you understand? So YMCA were the ones that we reached out to through their phone numbers or through their email. So you can like basically type them online, YMCA Canada, and you'll see some of their information. But the best way that I feel is going to show, like, the best way, if you have gotten your confirmation of permanent residency or anything that shows that you are coming to Canada, you can, from their letter, the letter that IRCC sends to you, Immigration and Refugees and Citizenship Canada, you can use that letter to see their information. You understand, whether their phone number, their email, reach out to them, and once you reach out to them, and many times some of them reached out to us too, but we told them we're already working with a settlement organization. All right. So another question is from Davis. Davis is saying, do you process for work visa? Well, of course, licensed immigration consultant, of which is Keswi Immigration and Settlement Services, it can assist you to actually process your work visa. Do you understand? It can assist you once you have gotten your job. You can actually get him to process the work permit application for you. So if you want him to work for you, you can just click on that link on your screen, aosglobal.org. Once you click on that screen, you will see travel small small to Canada package. Put your details in that, you understand, form. There's a form you fill. Put your details in the form, and once you put your details, you are going to be reached out to if, of course, you are eligible for the work visa to Canada. All right. So you said you wanted to ask a question, Shridat.
Mm-hmm. So, and somebody was asking me
Okay.
in one of the comment sections
Comment
that
section. Okay.
um, can one use OSSD to come into Canada?
Okay.
Yeah, because she was asking me about a son of I think 11 years old that wants to come and do the OSSD, Ontario Secondary School Diploma.
Diploma. Okay.
That who is going to stay with the child
With the
here.
child. Good, good, good. Now, that's a very good question. I remember our licensed immigration consultant, Mr. Gorinda of Kesu Immigration and Settlement Services. He was like, we had a webinar, a live webinar, where we explained the concept of Ontario Secondary School Diploma. In fact, we also had one representative from a school, the Canadian International Secondary School, that joined our webinar that day. I think you two remember that man now.
Mhm.
Yes. So that man was Mr. Ashutosh. That is the name of the man from their school. He made mention of the fact that people that are still in secondary school, you understand, people that are still in secondary school in Nigeria, they can like basically transfer. That's just the word we can use. They can basically transfer from their school in Nigeria or any other place. It's not because the man made mention of them being in Sri Lanka, they help people in Pakistan, they help people, you understand, in India and places like that. They help them to basically transfer from their school in Nigeria or any other country to what? To Canada through that Ontario Secondary School Diploma, that OSSD. OSSD, for those that don't know, stands for Ontario Secondary School Diploma. And that's one way that a lot of people don't know that you can use to come to, even if you are older than 11 years, as my spouse said, if you're ever older than 11 years but you don't have secondary school certificate, or there are some situations of people even having secondary school degrees or secondary school certificate, but maybe they want to switch. Okay, you did WAEC and you were in art class, for example, and you want to switch to science, for example, you can use that Ontario Secondary School Diploma to, like, you can literally apply to that program and say, okay, now that I've applied, I want to use this program to switch and go into science field. You understand? Now, with that, now that kind of person will have the opportunity to not just work or to not just study in Nigeria, but that person will be able to come to Canada to study in Canada. So yes, that person that my spouse mentioned now can come to Canada and study USSD. Now, if it is now a case of the person being a minor, like the person is not up to the ages of 18, there's something we call custodian. Do you understand? Or guardian. A guardian can come with that person to Canada. Do you understand? A guardian can like basically escort that person to come to Canada. So for her being the mother of the child can say, okay, oh, me, oh, because my child is 11 years and he wants to come and do secondary school. In fact, people don't know that's one of the legit ways. Oh. Legal way is not even something. It's legal. It's legal for you to come to Canada with your child and say, okay, my child cannot stay on it. And of course, a child of 11 years cannot be the one that will own that would rent an apartment or that will stay, you understand, by himself. He needs a guardian. He needs someone that will be watching over him. So you that you are the parent, you can come to Canada by virtue of accompanying your what? Accompanying your child. That okay, my child wants to do secondary school in Canada, and because he wants to work on his secondary school diploma, through the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, I, as the parent, whether the mother or whether the father or even some instances the guardian, if the person doesn't have any other person that can follow him among the mother and father, you can have the guardian to actually follow him and become what? To become his supporter or his custodian as they say, the guardian for that person. You understand? When that person comes to Canada to study, that child comes to Canada to study. So I hope that answers the question um, my partner actually asked. It's very much possible for a child to come to Canada and be accompanied by what? By the parents. It's very much possible. All right. So that being said, do we have any other questions? Okay, I see Mr. Alut here. Okay, you joined.
Yes, I want.
All right.
Yes, I want to ask for a question.
All right. Please ask your question.
I want to apply for work.
Okay, that's good. What's your question?
So, which country are you?
Which country have we been talking about since, brother? Eh?
I don't. I just entered this line now.
We have been talking about the better country. We have been talking about the maple leaf country, which is Canada. It's Canada we are. It's Canada we are talking about. It's Canada we are talking about to help people through to come to Canada. Canada is the
And
country that. Okay, you want to say, I want to say something.
so I'm ready. If you are ready to help.
It depends on the type of help you want. We are helping people that want things freely. That okay, they don't want to pay anything. We tell them to go and download our book, our free book that guides them on how to work on Canada immigration themselves. We're also helping people that are ready to actually make payments for the travel small small to Canada package. But before then, we tell them go on that website, aosglobal.org. That website you can see on the screen. Once you go on that website, you are going to fill a form for those that want us to help them. Fill the form. Once you fill the form, you are going to be evaluated that okay, which one do you qualify for, whether study, work, visit, PR, anything you say you want to do, they will evaluate it. If they look at it that okay, someone that wants to do work already has a job in Canada, they can assist, yes, to get the work permit, yes, they can do that. If you don't have a job, how to do it either through DIY, getting a job yourself, or getting a job through them, they would also inform you if you qualify. And once you
Okay.
qualify, they'll tell you the
Okay.
next stage to follow.
Can I DM you?
Of course, everybody are DMing us. So the only thing we tell people that want to DM us, once they inform you about things to do, go and do it. You understand? Once you are, they send you message, you send message and they tell you to apply, just like I told you, through the form, apply so that you can fast track the process for yourself. But if you keep on DMing without following the directives, it may take long. You understand? So just do that. If you, for instance, go to the website I mentioned now, aosglobal.org, that you can see on the screen. If you fill the form, you send in your form, it can be fast for you to actually get a response from us. All right. Thank you very much for your question. Any other question? All right. So that being said, we were talking about the OSSD. There was one live session where I made mention of the fact that there are four different ways you can come to Canada through the study. OSSD is just the number one, right? We also have the college diplomas people apply to, or the bachelor's degree. We also have the vocational trainings, those that are initial or what I want to come and study, maybe mechanic, plumbing, electrician, or that want to study truck driving, caregiving, things like that. Those are under vocational trainings. We also have the master's level, PhD level, postgraduate level, anything that is postgraduate, the postgraduate level. So basically, four pathways. The four pathways is you to come as O level or to come and study O level, to come for the secondary school certificate or diploma. They call it diploma here in Canada. We also have the vocational trainings, initial work, people that have initial work that want to learn how to do things the Canadian way. We also have the undergraduate, which is the college diploma or the bachelor's degree level. And we have the postgraduate level, which is the postgraduate certificate, postgraduate diploma, and master's and PhD. So those are the different levels you can use to come study in Canada. Apart from that, we also have the work. I made mention of the fact that there are different works. People don't know when they ask, okay, I want to come to Canada to work. Yes, everybody wants to come to Canada to work, but there are different levels. You understand? We have the temporary work that you get for to work for 1 or 2 years, and after that, you have to go back to your country, or you have to look for another visa that you switch to, or maybe the company may extend the contract. But people will say, okay, yes, let me get extendable contract. Well, they can choose, they can decide not to extend it, and they can decide to extend it. It depends on them. You understand? Some people will say, okay, our agent did not tell me that okay, once I work for 1 year, once I work for 2 years. Agent is not company. You understand? Company is different from agent. So some people say agent scamming, but the truth is, when you don't understand the process, it is you that you are scamming yourself. Because you have to understand that something that is temporary, they call it temporary visa, is temporary for a reason. That means anything can happen. It's temporary, it is not permanent. It's not, it's as simple as that. A contract that you are getting, just like when you are in Nigeria. I remember one of my brothers, one of my uncles that time, he was working with bank, and the bank they give them contract job. Abi, that is the concept of contract. They give them contract job. That okay, come and do say teller. Abi, what did they even do? And he do that one for like say 7 years or so. He say at the end of the day they did not staff him, that they they retrench him. They say when they were doing downsizing, they check they was working say one of the banks that did not staff him. And I say, okay, wait, you say it is, what did they get you, what, like how did they get you to work for them in the bank? He say contract staff. I says okay, so that means contract has a begin date, abi, and it has a end date, an end date. Don't complicate all these things. You understand? Sometimes when some people talk, I just realize that education, some people don't understand basic English. They say contract. Contract is meant to have a begin date and an end date. They didn't say full staff. You understand? Don't let's put sentiment in some of these things. If you put sentiment, that's when something will happen and you'll be so you feel jilted, you feel scammed. When you don't understand simple English. It is, when they say contract job is something that is legally, is like a binding agreement between two or more parties, and for it to be valid they will give you an offer. You understand? You have to accept the offer. When you accept the offer, you sign to it, right? And once you sign to it, what is on the offer is what you accept. That's just it. And many people, like the guy that was in the bank that I was asking, he said, okay, okay, yes, the contract they gave me was for 2 years. Okay, they gave it for 2 years. And after the time, they extend it after 2 years to 4 years. After, so they kept on extending it, but in the contract, they have stated it that you are not a full staff. They have stated it that you are not a permanent staff. Don't complicate the thing for yourself. You understand? Understand you are a temporary staff. When you people that are pursuing permanent job, I know, yes, there's no job in Canada, in Nigeria, just like we always say. Even though, again, it is you that did not get job. It's you that you are not being. Don't let me even talk too much, safe, because some people it will look as if where someone is saying. Because me too, I know many of the jobs that people are saying they were looking for in Nigeria. I remember when I was in Nigeria too. You understand? This same uncle that I was talking about working in bank, I was telling him, but see, but that you say you are going to bank. At the end of the month, they will give you 45,000 naira. Abi? And that 45,000, like it was, he says it was in Lagos. He had to leave. This was an issue of 2018, 2019. Oh. He had to leave his house. He has to leave his house as early as 5 a.m. and go to work, come back as late as 10 p.m. As a contract staff, oh, you're already doing the work of a full-time staff, but of course, everybody knows Nigeria. Sometimes those things conflict. But what am I trying to say in essence? You are getting 45. At that time, I was even still in Ilorin. I was still doing business, and I said, me that I'm not going through traffic, eating gala on the street of Lagos and Pepsi, you understand, during the scorching sun on when you are going to and fro, because you didn't have a car, of course. So you had to be entering more lower, you understand, downfall and everything. And I said, me that I'm not even going through that stress and everything, at least in a month I'll make 50,000 naira. Yes, everybody is different. You can't compare yourself to others. But what I was saying is, even the job that are so called saying that okay, they did not staff it, they did not, they are not paying as much, right? Then why don't you look for something? Oh, I said there's nothing better. Okay, why don't you start up something? Some people are intelligent, some people are brilliant, some people have things to offer. But the so-called mentality of go to school, when you go to school, get a job, and when you get a job, be looking for a job that will give you pension or gratuity, just like that time when I was when I was still in school and they were telling me that okay, automatic once you are done with your school now, we'll go and look for one government job for you. Yes, government job, at the end of the day, I just realized that if you are not doing something that is fraud, or you are not into something that is shady, like you're not collecting a gemole or that kind of thing, how much are they even paying them? How much are they paying civil servants? How much are they paying public servants? How much? You understand? It's nothing to. There was one time one man was telling me in the Ilorin Kwara State that he's a chartered accountant, he has CPA, he has ACCA, and the Kwara State government, the money they are giving him is not up to 80,000. You understand? And that time when he was saying it, it was like lie. And I said, you have 80,000, you have car, you built house that is worth millions. People say, many of those things is contract, is this. So I want to. So basically, at the end of the day, the money, the real money gone for the work is not up to anything. But people stay there because okay, they are seeing a money, or they are saying, and at the end of the day, I just realized that if you want something better, if you want something better, the truth is countries like Canada would allow you to have something better if your mindset too, if it is not fixed on you looking for job, because some people are coming to Canada too, they are complaining that there's no job. I had someone that came as a permanent resident too, just like me, and he was in Canada for over 1 year. You understand? Before he left to for India back, and he was saying yeah, he has been looking for job for over 1 year. And this guy is a guru, like he has sense. How would I call it? He's intelligent. He's in the what they call it tech industry. You understand? He was one of the top what they call it now directors, technicians, technologists in India, working for a large firm. I said, okay, fine. Now, at least you have experience. At least you can build software, you can build this kind of thing. You can do something. The money that you are using to waste on living expenses for over 1 year, it was here over 1 year. He didn't get a job because he didn't get a job. He was feeling that he couldn't do anything again. And the same time he came to Canada was a similar time we came to Canada. And I was telling him that time that okay, what were you doing in your organization when you were in India? He was just naming many things that he was doing. I said, okay, some of these things you can't even take one out of it and just set up something and just be helping other companies like freelancing basically. Freelancing doesn't necessarily mean that you own a big business. It doesn't mean you own a big, but you just get to advertise yourself, show people that because some companies in Canada and in other places, they don't want to necessarily staff people. They don't want permanent people. They don't want full-time people. We too at A.O.S. Global, we have some people that we're employing. They are not necessarily full-time staffs. Do you understand? They are freelancers because if you are waiting for when you have full-time staff has to have some benefits. It's just the truth. Let's be frank with ourselves. Business is all about making money and saving costs. And once they know that they can save costs by not taking you full-time, they go into freelancing. So why can't you also, instead of you trying to tackle or trying to combat the situation that yes, no, they must employ me, I must become full staff, why don't you gear up to becoming what they want, becoming who they are looking for, which is freelancers? You understand? I've been doing freelancing for years. You understand? Up to a decade now. And it's paying the bills. So why would I disturb myself of pay I want to be looking for a permanent job? Let's leave that. The basic thing we are trying to say is don't be don't detest change. Do you understand? Because the world is going global. It's not even going, it's already global. So the world has changed. Nowadays, self artificial intelligence is taking over, and some people are still clinging on their jobs. That no, we die here, new. We do kinini, we do. When people are doing things, people are innovating, people are you understand TikTok. Last one, I do always say this every time. Most times I come online, people are making money on TikTok. Some people are now they are still looking for a job. You understand? And you have phone. You understand? I gave a lot of instances of how you can make money online, how we are literally making money online without necessarily leaving our home. You understand? You don't need to be going to go and go boss. You don't need to do things with your phone. People are making money on TikTok every day. You understand? There was one woman that was telling me every Monday she's receiving alert, receiving money from TikTok that they are paying her, and you keep complaining that there are no jobs. People that complain about no jobs in Nigeria, at the end of the day, some of them when they come into Canada again, those are the same people you see online complaining about no job in Canada, because the creativity mindset they did not unleash it. They did not unleash it. Again, that reminds me, if you want to develop and to, you understand, launch your creative mindset, to see the skills you can learn, the money skills, I call it money skills, the skills you can learn to earn money. You understand? Go to that link, aosglobal.org. One of the things that we are helping people that ask for it to do, especially through the Travel Small Small to Canada package, once you apply for it, they are the money skills we are training people. I wrote a book one time, how to fund your travel abroad, funding your move abroad. You understand? And people keep buying that book, you understand, on Amazon. Even people in Australia, people in UK, people in other places, them to self, they want to learn how to make money to move abroad. Some of them want to learn how to make money to go for vacations. Some of them want to learn how to earn money online as a side gig. You understand? I was still having an interview session with someone from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Do you understand? And this person speaks French, she speaks Spanish, she speaks English. You understand? And she wants to start working for our firm. She wants to start working for our business because she is there. She doesn't need to be coming to office. She's there working as a freelancer. Like literally, she's starting work like tomorrow or next tomorrow now. With us, I don't know where she's living. She doesn't know where our company is. She sees us online. She sees we understand what we're trying to develop, and she wants to actually start up to work with us because we saw her online. We saw what she can provide. We saw the company she has been working for online. You understand? The Germany she said she was working for before, she was not going to Germany. She was not a full-time staff in Germany. She was not a permanent staff, freelancing. You understand? So the world has gone global. There was one time I was telling someone when someone was asking, and I said, do you know that Amazon can pay you legally to be actually dishing out content, doing video reviews for them online about products that are available on Amazon? You understand? That's for people that say, okay, they are not a few. Because, for instance, I am an author. I publish books on Amazon, and those books actually earn me royalties. You understand? They earn royalties on a monthly basis. How can you also make money online? Now, don't be complaining. Don't be part of those that say, help me, help me, help me. You want help, but at the end of the day, some of them don't want to release their passports. Some of them don't want to, you understand? They don't want to be exploited. You don't want to be trafficked, but you want free things and you don't want to pay. Eh? When the person is not good, if even Christmas Santa go sef, he go still collect money from from the parents of the children want to come and give gifts. Santa sef no dey collect. Santa Claus sef, he himself no dey give people things for free. He go collect money from parents, he go use am buy gift come give children. So you now even want someone to be your Santa Claus without you actually paying for something. Imagine. You understand? And they will ask you, learn skills, learn what can help you make money. You say no. You say you are looking for one short job. And most times, at the end of the day, I remember when I was interviewing Nigerians for one of the roles that I said that one of the person in Montreal we employed her for now. Many Nigerians just want money. They don't want work. They don't want to work, but they want to earn money. That's just the truth. That's how many of them are looking for, you understand, secure job in government parastatals, looking for where they will do, where they will loot money. I so if you want to learn how to travel abroad, you want to learn how to work on your immigration little by little, bit by bit, go on the Travel Small Small to Canada package, click on that link, that aosglobal.org link on your screen. And once you click on it, we'll be able to actually review your form. There's a free form you can fill there. And from the form, once you fill the free form, if you're eligible for any of the pathways, you are going to be reached out to by one of our team members. All right. That being said, Math 12799 is saying, bro, if you have a degree in a different and you want to work in healthcare, will IRCC frown at this? Well, that's a good question. Let me put it this way. I remember when I was working on my immigration, I actually was a language teacher. I'm still a language teacher myself. And the first year I wanted to work on my immigration, I realized that Canada were not needing language teachers. They had a lot of them like in Canada. So I had to be much more creative. Now, what else do I have to give? What else do I have to provide? What else? Which other skills? Still back to what we are saying. Which other skills do I have that I just need to officiate? I just need to, you understand, formalize to be able to work on. And that was when I realized that yes, I built my company website myself. I had companies that I've actually built websites for and maintained their website. So what I just did is, even though it was not my flagship skill, you understand, what I did when I wanted to apply for IRCC was I went to those companies, collected job reference letter. Do you understand? One, two, I also did some courses online because if likewise I had degree, my bachelor's degree was in linguistics from University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. But I knew that I didn't have tech background, right? I didn't have masters in tech. I didn't have bachelor's degree. I didn't have postgraduate diploma. I didn't have OND, HND. So what I did was I did some courses online, right? I did some courses online that like cemented my proof to show that yes, I was able to what? I was able to work in tech. So similar question requires or similar idea requires that it can be said for that to give you that feedback. If you want to enter healthcare, the question is which skills have you improved on with some of the online courses that are available out there? Ordinary Red Cross, if you can go and do what they call it CPR course, if you can do AED course, if you can do which other one is Kenyan Red Cross, and some of them it's not like bachelor's of you know that is 1 year. Some of them gone in 6 months, gone it may not even be up to 6 months. You are done. You understand? Some few months you are done. So your degree, most times, if you look at IRCC, especially when they were talking about healthcare, caregiving specifically, they were emphatic about your experience. Some will say, okay, you have months of experience. Some will say you have 1 year of experience. So, do you have those years of experience? And do you have like all those little skill certifications? Because the world has gone global. It's not just about all these goddamn degrees again. It's not about all these goddamn diplomas. Do you have all these skills? I talked about CPR. Do you have CPR? Do you have AED certification? Do you have, you understand, elderly care certification? There's something they call elderly care. Like, because they want to know that, okay, you say you are caregiving or you say you want to enter healthcare. What have you done to show that you have improved on your skills? What do you have to show that yes, you have done that thing before? You have an experience. Is it 6 months of experience? Is it 1 year of experience in that line? So you may not have degree in that certification in that field, but you have some other things to show for it. So that should be your focus. Now, another thing you said is I have MSc in project management, looking to pivot to healthcare and healthcare administration. All right, no problem. Pivoting, there's no issue with pivoting. I pivoted from mainstream language, you understand, into tech. And even till now, I'm doing tech. This AOSglobal.org website, I built it myself. Do you understand? Nobody built it for me. So if you want to learn again as well, that's one of the money skills I'm telling people that you can use to learn. Some of the websites I built that I'm making money off, you understand, right now, some of them are for me, some of them are not for me. But if you learn skills, it's not about, I don't have bachelor's degree in web development. I don't have MSc in what do they call themselves in website development or AI expertise or all those goddamn things. But I am into AI and web development right now. You understand? One of the things that are making me money right now is through AI. I develop them through AI, artificial intelligence, through ChatGPT, through you understand things like that. I was talking about TikTok. I'm a TikTok for business consultants now. You understand? I run adverts for companies on TikTok. Do you understand? And how do I learn it? I learned it through AI. I learned it through artificial intelligence. Do you have those skills? Can you learn those skills? Do you understand some of the things you can learn it online? You don't need someone to be telling you that okay, I'll come and teach you. I mean, what do they call them? One school is telling you want to come and teach me TikTok. You have to now go and pay tens of thousands of dollars. You understand? even as little as $100, $200, $300. You can learn things online. You don't need to pay tens of thousands of dollars to go to school and say, well, that is if you want to. It's not everybody. Because people like us, we are freelancers, and that is what we do. Even learning skills, you can learn skills online that will pay you more than what you understand. There are some people that go to seek master. I remember when I was in Nigeria, some of my friends, when they came out from Nigeria, came out from university, when we finished bachelors, and they didn't get job, the next thing they went to go and they say, okay, let me first go and get my masters. If I that is the mentality. It's a weak mentality. I'm sorry to say, especially when you don't have something that you use. If you are someone that, okay, yes, there's a sure job that says, okay, go and get your master. If you get your masters, you use that masters to, you understand, get the job, no problem. But some of them are just thinking, okay, I've not gotten job for bachelors. Okay, let me go and do my masters. When I do my masters, maybe I'll get better opportunities. I'm not against you going for masters or PhD or things like that. But what I'm saying is, a PhD in view man, even while I was still in law, wanted to do my secretary, my secretary or receptionist. You understand? He wanted to be a receptionist from Kwara State University. I was not saying, I said, wait first. And the man is an adult. I said, wait first, you, if you come and be my receptionist now, who are they going to see that is the oga? Is it you or me? Because in fact, he was already overqualified for the job. You want to be a receptionist of a boy that you can give birth to. Yeah, and that is not even the issue. But the issue is, some of the things we are learning right now, it is so obsolete in today's economy. It is so irrelevant in today's economy. That's the issue. It's not even about someone being secure, but what you have. There's one guy that is a dropout that is working with us, and he has made us literally, you understand, he has boosted our social presence. And the guy is a dropout. He has boosted our business in a way we can't, you understand, we can't describe. And he's a dropout. But people that are no grammar, that will be saying in interview, that will be giving big grammar. Tell them to come and work. Tell them to use their, you understand, their certificate to work. You will not see any skill. They will not have any skill to show for what they went to go and spend thousands of dollars. It's grammar they will be saying. And at the end of the day, in a business mindset, grammar or your you be speaking grammar, you not bring out money. You understand? You did not bring money. You are just saying grammar. If you don't have skills that the company needs that will use to make the company more money or help the company reduce, or you understand, save more money, because that's the thing. If you cannot make the business more money, if you can't help the business save more money, you are useless in that establishment. You are just it. You are useless. So the reason why some people cannot get jobs is because to an organization they are not useful. They are not. They are just going to be waste of time, waste of resources, waste of. They'll be bench sitters. They will not be able to do anything that is worthwhile. That's why some people say they are looking for job. Some of the people that are looking for job sponsorship, that okay, please help me. Oh, I'm looking for some job sponsorship. What do you have? What are your skills? Nothing. They say I can do anything. I can do anything. Anybody that says I can do anything, he can do nothing. It's as simple as that. Because if you don't have a value proposition that you are giving into the workplace, you can't do anything. You are useless. What can you do? They say, hey, I'm caregiver. Everybody is caregiver. What is that special skill you have that differentiates you from every other person? You now see them, they'll be calculating. I've had interviews, like hundreds of interviews, literally, with people that will say we want to employ. But at the end of the day, you are willing that you are looking at, yes, you want to be a patriotic Nigerian. You want to help people. You understand? You want to assist people, like you want people to also to have the better life. But okay, even if you are not in Nigeria, even if you are not in Canada yet, be working with a Canadian company, because A.O.S Global is a Canadian company. We have a Canadian company. You understand? But the truth is, when you interview people that are in Nigeria, many of them, they have nothing to about, especially all those ones that have degree. They are just amassing degree. Sometimes the turn off is the more degree they have, many times if they are not upskilling themselves and getting relevant skills in the workforce, the more obsolete they become. You understand? The more obsolete they become. Is so, and this is not something that I'm saying, because we have employed people that they are just collecting money but they are not doing anything. And at the end of the day, a company will not see the use and just leave. There are some people that we have you understand, hired and we have fired just like that because they have nothing to give. They are just they are as useless as their degrees. Let's just leave that one. So some people will complain, Canadian company, I'm applying. Some people will just be using ChatGPT to apply. We always say there's nothing bad using ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is not meant to be the brain behind the application. It's just meant to help you fine tune your application for a job. You understand? Some people now want to apply, but when looking at their CV, you know that this one is just a bunch of AI. You do not have anything to give. That's why you now have interview. You now say, okay, you said in your interview, or can you, okay, give me more information, tell me more things about this also thing, and you'll be looking. So that means it was AI you used. The AI, you now use it to lie. You not even not form the lie in a way that you understand. You'll be able to back it up. You just some people are just man, not just talk. We don't see a lot of things when it comes to it. So you can't see there are some people that they will keep on asking for help. You can't help them. They will keep on asking because they say heaven help those who I always say this, heaven help those who help themselves. If you can't help yourself by doing what you are meant to do, you understand, upskilling yourself, when the opportunity comes you won't get it, other people will get, and those are the people that at the end of the day they will not be different. See, yeah, even in this concept of Canada immigration, we tell people Canadian immigration is not for, it's not for the mediocres. It's just the truth. It's not for people that cannot give to the system. It's not for the people, even though we say these are the benefits, Canada will benefit those who would, you understand, be useful, or those who are have something to give the country, because the country too, them too, they are looking for something out of immigrants. They are looking for people that are willing to work. They are looking for people that, you understand, not just willing to work anyhow, but because anybody can drive a car, you understand, anybody can, you see another person, I'm interested to Canada to find job. You ask them now, which kind of job? You say any job. Any job is nothing job, it's no job. You understand? Any job is no, it's as simple as that. Any, once you say any job, it's no job, because it just shows that at the end of the day, this kind of persons will be parasites. Well, man, just leave that one. Man, not talk too much. At the end of the day, for those who want to travel to Canada, you want to travel small, small, click on the link above aosglobal.org. You understand? And you see the travel small, small to Canada package there. Once you see the travel small, small to Canada package, apply through that link. You understand? If you are eligible through the form that you filled, you are going to be reached out to. If you are not, again, even, you are going to get access to free books and resources that you use to work on your immigration. All right. So, okay, we have Yemi now. So, that's joining. Yeah, Yemi. Do you have any questions, sir? I see you have joined for some time right now, the live session. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask us, or any comments you'd like to give as well about the topic for today? A.O.S Global Travel Grant for those who want to get the grant. And we also have A.O.S uh, Global Travel Small Small to Canada package. If you want to benefit from the Black Friday deal, yes, we have a Black Friday deal right now that we're currently giving people, those who are eligible for it. If you want that, then click on the link, the aosglobal.org. Go on that website. Once you go on that website or on the link on our bio, you'll be able to actually what, subscribe and get that particular package. It is free to fill out the form. So just go there, click on the apply here now, and secure your spot. Once you click on the apply here now, you'll be able to click on the um, form. The form is about 10 to 12 questions. It's going to ask you what you intend to do in Canada. It will ask you some few information about yourself, and from there, it's going to be evaluated by the team to determine if you qualify, if you're part of those that will be beneficial, that immigration to Canada would benefit. So you can also, on that same link of the travel small small package, you can also see webinar. Many people don't know. Many people just see the top, they don't go down. So we also have our webinar on that link. Do you understand? And that webinar, you can watch it to learn more about Canada immigration. You can watch it to get to understand how you could move to Canada in 6 months for those who are eligible. You understand? Not everybody are eligible to move to Canada in within 6 months. But if you are eligible, you understand, you'll be able to see that and you'll be able, so you can learn about that. You can learn about the travel small package subscription plan as well. You can learn about some of our reviews. Yes, we have some of our client reviews that we added there. You understand what you get in the package. We also added, if you're ready to start, we added a lot of information there so you can read through to understand the package, and from there we'll be able to work, you understand, with you once you're eligible for Canadian immigration. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Do we have any questions? If we don't have any questions, we may have to call it a day. I need to go myself to go rest and work on other things. Tomorrow is another day. Mhm. So, that being said, don't forget, we come on live at least once a week. So, you can always come on to learn more about Canadian immigration, about how to, you understand, basically work on your travel abroad, how to get some opportunities. As you know, we're all about opportunities. Yeah, how, you understand, A.O.S Global, basically. A.O.S Global is all about empowering thousands of students, thousands of immigrants, and thousands of entrepreneurs all over the world with the required knowledge they need, with funding that they could get, and also real opportunities for you to move abroad. But it's not only about moving abroad, because we've had people that move abroad, and at the end of the day, they see, you can leave a place and get to another place, but if you lack the understanding of how to thrive in the new community you are coming into, there's a problem. You won't be able to grow, you won't be able to succeed in that environment. So one of the things we are having in these live sessions, oh, I think Sunday is saying thank you and enlightening us on this. You are much welcome, sir. One of the things about our live sessions is that we use it to educate people about what you should take note of. When you are coming to a country like Canada, when you are working on your immigration, understand that good things takes time. This is a simple principle of life. You want good things, some good things. You understand? It's just like trying to build a house. You want to build a house. You won't build the house in 1 hour. You won't build the house in 1 minute. You understand? But if you are not careful, that same house that can take 2 3 months to build in a day. Yes, of course, if you see what happens when they want to demolish a site, when they want to demolish a house, they can do it within an hour and it's gone. But it takes time to build. That's where that's what I'm getting to. So most times people that are looking for so-called job sponsorship, looking for other things that's making, when you are looking for opportunity and you are not willing to be patient enough for that opportunity, it just means that you are opening yourself to exploitation. You are opening yourself to things that will not benefit you. You are really literally opening yourself to things that will not be in your favor. Because good things, I remember when I was working on my permanent residency application. You understand? Because of course I was doing it myself, and that's one of the things we always advise people on these live sessions. You can work on your immigration yourself. You don't need anybody to actually work on the immigration for. Thank you, Queens. Okay, I see. Sorry about that. So you don't need anybody if you are willing to actually what? If you are willing to study and understand what immigration is about, and understand that good thing takes time. If you are not willing to learn through the process, you want to fast track it, fine. Yes, you can work with immigration consultants and lawyers like Kesri Immigration and Settlement Services. They are our own consultant that we make use of. And if you want to get linked to them, we can also link you to them. You understand? So you can go on our website, aosglobal.org, and check the Black Friday deal, the travel small to Canada, and fill the form there. Oh, thank you very much, Queen. This is my sister-in-law, my own person. Thank you so much. You gave me a heart, me really appreciate. And you have reached level 2 in our fan club. Thank you so much. My number two gifter. You hand my number 2 gifter badge, man. Thank you. So I was trying to crack my head. I've seen that Queen before. One in US, our US Connect. Thank you so much, very much, man. Yes, I really appreciate you joining our live. I was work today, man. If you can join live, if you are not too busy, Yes, good evening, my brother-in-law. Good evening, those are our US Connect. So please, you have to be in a country legally. Number one. Number two, you have to be willing to see when you want to come to a country legally. Okay, people like us now, people like my US Connect, they are in, you enjoy the benefit of being abroad when you go legally. That's just what it is. If you go legally and you are patient enough, because even legally has its own levels. You that you are a student, they don't you can't compare yourself with permanent residents. We are not in the same level. This one is not Igberaga. You understand? You are not in the same level. Asylum seekers, you are not in the same level with permanent residents. Yes, we may be all what travelers and immigrants, because some people don't even understand. If you are not a permanent resident, you are not an immigrant. In Canada's immigration eyes, you are still a traveler, and a traveler is someone that will just come to a country for a particular purpose. You understand? And when you come for that particular purpose, when you have achieved that purpose, you are meant to leave normally. Though you can switch that, okay, yes, I came in as a student, I want to get my postgraduate work permit, but basically some people will get, just like what is happening now in Canada, some people will get the postgraduate work permit, some people will not get if you don't qualify. Now they require the IELTS. Some people are running away from Nigeria because people don't understand this thing. They run from something, they say, ah, no, I don't want to do IELTS, I want to come to Canada. No problem, you can come to Canada anyhow. But what you are running from come from nǹkan tó ń wá ṣoko tó wà ṣoko lábẹ́ ṣòkòtò àti báwo ló tẹ̀ I've forgotten the way they always say what you are running from. Basically that's the meaning of it. What you are running from Nigeria, you will still come and meet it in Canada. But in Canada, shebi that time you still have time to prepare for IELTS, try to look for ways that you can help, you understand, and get it without you having to be looking pé omo my visa don dey wan dey expire o. If I no quickly do this that time, now the pressure is high. The pressure is high. Any small thing, if you don't if you don't take care, you can lose your city, you can lose your status in Canada and have to be deported back to Nigeria or live peacefully. That's if you want to. So people don't want to live peacefully. Some people want to become illegal immigrants first, and to become illegal immigrants, double wahala with that. You have to stress yourself again before you actually have status, or if Canada knows that you are illegal citizen immigrant and you don't want to leave, they may get to deport you, and with that one they can even give you ban, either 5-year ban or ban for life. So be careful. So okay, Cakes by Lima is saying, hey, I don't see your wife's post anymore on TikTok. Watched her YouTube, so helpful. All right. Thank you. She's, as a nursing mother, it's not easy to sometimes to juggle motherhood and and social media. She's trying. At least she's improving now. So you'll be seeing her post sometimes. She's improving. I see she's posting now than before, and she will keep on improving. Don't worry, you will keep on seeing her post. Don't mind. Sometimes it's not easy to be posting. It's not even easy to be coming on live because we still also have our own duties. We have our own businesses. We have what we are doing. You understand? Yes, now one by way, Cakes by Lima. I don't know who that is, but she seems to know you. So she said, "Oh, I understand. All the best." Yes, thank you very much. So people are watching you. You're a celebrity. Oh. Yeah, TikTok influencer. Apart from being Amazon, yeah, she's an Amazon influencer. Apart from even TikTok influencer, making money on Amazon, and she's also an author. She also published the book called what they call it, Wealth Without Credit Cards. That's the bestseller on a platform. So maybe perhaps you can check her platform out. Yoruba recaps. She wrote a book, Wealth Without Credit Cards, and that book is one book that is actually selling in, you understand, in Canada, in UK, and Australia. It's a very good book for those who are coming to Canada or those who are already in Canada and want to learn how she was able to build her credit cards to over a credit score to over 800 without using a single credit card. And the beauty of it is it's so easy to build without you being in debt. You understand? Without you having loans that will cripple you, loans that have interest. Because especially as a Muslim, for those who are Muslims, you don't Islamically it's not good to how will I call it, to trade in riba, to in interest in usury. It spoils the economy for those that are not even Muslims. If you want to understand, interest. Just browse it. It has sport economy. The economy of Greece, a country in Europe, supports their economy. The collecting interest and you understand giving interest, usury based transactions. It's people become beasts. People become you understand they become heartless because of interest. Because well, that's even a story of another day. I think I would host her. She's the author. I'm not the one that was. She's the author of the book. So I will host her one time where she's going to talk about the benefit of building wealth without interest, building wealth without credit cards, building wealth in all these first world countries without having loans. It's possible. It's possible. The truth is, that's just the truth. We have so much dependent. We are so much dependent now on yes, we have to use another person's money to build our. If you are entrepreneurial, if you have things, if you have skills, just like what we are saying, you have skills to use to make money. You don't need to be collecting another person money and paying loan or paying banks. You understand loans with interest. You don't need all those things. But again, sometimes people don't understand basic law of economics. They don't just I do always say it in this channel. Life, when it comes to business or when it comes to anything, freelancing, the basic thing is basic law of economics. People don't just I'm not an economist, but it just what you just need to focus on is okay, what are people demanding? What is in demand? What do people need? Basically, that's just it. If you can understand what people need and you can supply what people need, basically you are in business. Basically, you are already working. You don't need to go to one fancy organization and say, okay, yes, I'm the CFO, I'm the CEO, and no matter all the OOO you are, you cannot at the end of the day own a business that you did not create. It's just the thing. A person that own a business cannot like you so much and say, okay, oh, my own business, so I want to give you. I don't want to give my own family member. Even if he knows that his family member are going to squander that business, or he knows that okay, yes, he's not sure of intergenerational. Many business people will still want to give their family because at least it's a way they can assist them. You understand? So you can. The thing is, what we're trying to say is value yourself, learn skills that will make you money. Don't be part of those. When people tell me, "Oh, okay, I don't have money, but you want to travel," okay, but they will never tell you I don't have money, but you can have your way with God forbid. But I'm just trying to be realistic there. Like they will never say the negative things that come with okay, please help me. If for instance, thousands of people are saying help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, and you keep on helping people, when will you yourself, when will you be able to go? You understand? When will you yourself be able to you understand? I'm at something. You have to understand that if you cannot just be asking for things without being willing to give something in return. You have to be willing to give something in return. You understand? Sometimes it may be skills. Are you learning skills that you can use to trade for something? It's not about I can do anything. No, you have to be specific. If you don't have a unique value proposition, you have nothing. You understand? You have nothing. Be specific. Go on something. You understand? There was one person that was talking about in one live session, and I said, this guy, he wants to come to Canada just like everybody, but and also he doesn't have money. But the question he asked is, how can I make money from Canadians? How can I make money abroad? You understand? And later on, save that money up, use that money to actually now work on my immigration. See someone that have sense. And because of that simple question he asked, he was able to set up a business. We literally helped him set up a business in Canada. You understand? And that can I'm even added me as a courtesy as one of the partners in the organization. Say, okay, maybe to just be a partner and to just be, you understand, earning like 30% from what he's doing. And the beauty is he is earning 70% of the business revenue. He's making money right now in Canada and the UK and he's still in Nigeria. He's still in Nigeria. He's doing things online, making money from companies in abroad legally. This one is not Yahoo Yahoo because people when they think of people making money from Oyinbo, it's always Yahoo Yahoo they are thinking of. He's making money legally, offering his services, offering his skills. He has learned skills. You understand? He's into digital marketing, helping people to learn to what they call it to create adverts, you understand, campaigns on Facebook and Instagram, and he's using that to earn money in Nigeria while helping clients from abroad. How can you? That's literally why we wrote the book, Funding Your Move Abroad. That was literally why I wrote the book then, because that was exactly what I also did when I was in Nigeria. I didn't just want to be complaining that yes, I don't have money, I don't have money. Instead of complaining, I wanted to, what can I do to use and make money, so that the money I now make, I will now use that money to work on my immigration abroad myself. So I don't need to be calling one brother or calling one uncle that okay, this support. And even though it's not even bad calling brother or uncle, but are you going to call them and say they should sponsor everything? You, what will you do? What are you willing to actually put forth? If you call brother and you say, okay, brother, I already have 70%. I just want you to put, you understand? I want you to put how many percent safe? I want you to put maybe like 10%, 20%. I want to just, you understand, just support. At least they know that you have put something forth. Just like I always say in these live sessions, everyone help those who help themselves. You don't want to help yourself, but you say they should help you. Some people don't even have as little as passports. And some people that even have passport, they are not willing to do things to actually get their own money and use their own money. They are looking for good Samaritan. Nobody say you should not look for, but you go if you go Metu in this economy where we dey, they look for good Samaritan. Even people that are in Nigeria, people that are, there are some children that I see walking on the road. Tell me there are some people that good meaning Nigerians have helped because they were just walking on the street, they were selling, trying to sell things, trying to make money and everything. But you, a full grown man, a full grown woman, sitting on TikTok or sitting on social media and expecting, you understand, handouts. Some people say you not do giveaway. Yes, they can do giveaway, but the idea is, are you working? Are you doing something? Do you have skills that you can use to do? Don't be waiting on, oh, okay, when I get to Canada, when I work, help me first, help me first. When I get to Canada, I'll not be paying you. Oh, a lot of people know that scope now. Today I heard of one woman that one so-called travel agent helped to come to Canada. And at the end of the day, the contract was when you come to Canada, you work, you understand, and you be paying the agent, even if them too they have their own, no, because I'm not supporting it. I don't like it. I don't support it. Them too they have their own. But the travel agent that so-called helped her, you understand, there was an agreement between them that she will work for 2 years. You understand? At the end of the day, they say the travel agent, after 2 years, that wants to say no, the money that I spent, it has not, you have not paid it finish. You have to keep, you understand? Because the agreement was paid so amount. The woman did not pay so amount. Different story. So at the end of the day, the woman had to go and report that I had just been collecting money from me. Yeah, just I just dey laugh. I say imagine when she was coming to Canada and say please help me, just like many people are asking, please help me. You understand? There was no figagbaga o, but okay, shebi kini. You now enter now and the agreement abi the thing that you are meant to do, you are not doing it or you are not giving, you are now complaining that the people are collecting money from you when you are not willing to pay you with your money that time. They do it for you now, you now come to Canada, you're not saying okay. So at the end of the day, I just realized that anybody looking for just sponsorship, they are just opportunistic. They are looking for someone to it should be a lot of people now. The information I once heard too when someone was saying ṣebí tí bá dẹ̀ ti débẹ̀ má dẹ̀ japa tó bá ti help mi tán. So you realize that we too àti wọ́n ti mọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n sọ pé àìmọ́lẹ̀ ló mọ́lókó àbí báwo ló tẹ̀ ṣe kòwé yẹn. Àìtètè mọ́lẹ̀ ni olè mọ́lókó. Thank you. Àìtètè mọ́lẹ̀ ni olè mọ́lókó. Some people you can't help them. And some people when you help them just realize that if you help them, if they do, they do not. If they not do, forget it. And that's what we always tell them. The way we can help is to give you things that you can use to make money online. What you can use to make money where you are now. It's not where you come to Canada and you come. We cannot do that one. It's the truth. Good evening, good morning. Yeah, angelic voice. Good morning. Happy angelic voice then. So, my people, all right. I think we have talked a lot. I don't know if I think if we don't have any questions, we may have to call it a day. Lastly, if you want to learn more and work on your immigration, click on Travel Small Small to Canada package on the website aosglobal.org. Fill the form. Once you fill the form, if you are eligible, you are going to be contacted. Do you understand? And if you want to learn more about what I said earlier, how to make money abroad or even at home where you are, because I remember, just like I said, when I was also coming to Canada, I worked on my own what money making skills. You can learn how to make money online and make money online. If you have a phone, you shouldn't have excuse that you're not making money online. If you have a phone, you shouldn't be using that excuse that help me, help me, help me, help me all the time. The way you too you want people to help you, you too can help yourself. Exactly. The way you too you want people to help you too can what? Help yourself. When people see you that you are helping yourself, it will be easier for them to now help you. But if you are not helping yourself, people that will even help you, they will have ulterior motive because they know that it's if you are looking for. And they say, any wafa on working, on food. Okay, angelic voice is saying, I've already filled the form, but I've yet to be contacted. Yes, just like I said before, if you fill the form, it may take time for them to respond to you. It may take because Kestrel Immigration and Settlement Services, one of the things that we said that time is that if we start advert on TikTok, they will get a lot of traffic. Or they were first thinking maybe it's not going to be as bad as that. But now they are literally employing more people to be able to respond to. And look at that. See what happens. A company that wants to assist people to migrate to Canada, they are what? They are recruiting people. They are recruiting people that they have to pay on a monthly basis because it's the same people like you that when you want to work for a company, you don't want to consign you. What's up with Ogata, Ogauta, Owo Alawa pe, abi? So whether Oga said or Oga no said, you that you are working for that company, you must collect your own money. But now imagine you that they now want to help, that they are now trying to call or respond to and say, okay, yes, they will work on your immigration. It's not you that no one now wants to pay. Because many of the things they do, you have to pay for it. You understand? You have to pay for it. There's nothing free. They can give you discount, and that's where the Black Friday deal comes in. There's this 10% discount they will give for those that are interested. Yeah, and I do always tell people if people are not willing to pay, or you are kind of like based on what you feel on your phone, there are some people that will say they want things free, zero USD. They don't want to work. So if you type that kind of thing, or you type something a budget that is low in the form, what Kestrel Immigration really states is you, A.O.S, but don't worry, just give them free book. Yes, because they have assisted you with the book. They're okay, what you have written in the book makes sense. Give them free book, let them use free book and work on their immigration themselves. They are not worth me calling. It is as simple as that. They are not worth him calling or him reaching out because he will pay for people that are reaching out to them. And if you are not willing to pay for the services he's going to render to you, then he doesn't need to waste his time on you. It's as simple as that. But those that reach the threshold that he has already set for his business, that these are the kind of people he can help based on the documents they have, based on the budget they have, based on how ready, how serious they are, is going to contact. But if you don't fall into that threshold, they won't contact you. So people like that, we always tell them apply for the A.O.S Global Travel Grants. If you go on aosglobal.org, you will see the A.O.S Global Travel Grants there. You can apply if you qualify, if you are part of those that you understand have something to offer, or you understand you basically have the need for the funding. You can get the funding, and if your story is plausible, you can get the funding to support your immigration. That's another way Kestrel Immigration and Settlement Services are helping. Basically, what they say is for those of you who benefit from the A.O.S Global Travel Grant, they can give you extra funding. Basically, they can support you by reducing your cost that you pay. So instead of you, just like this travel small to Canada package, the travel small to Canada package reduces your fee by 10%. You understand? And you can be able to pay on installment basis for up to more than half a year or more than up to half a year or more than a year. You understand? So instead of you paying everything lump sum, you can be paying bit by bit, month by month, up until you understand you actually complete your um your payments for the travel, you understand, package. So whether be it you want to go through study visa, you want to go through work visa, you want to go through visitor visa, asylum, permanent residence, any which way, if you qualify, if you're eligible, they will reach out to you. And it may just take some few days, but of course, you are going to be contacted. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate you joining. Thank you for being a part of our live session today. So don't forget, every week we come on live at least once, and this week I think I've come on twice. And if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. Send us a DM. Go on our bio. You can click on the link on our bio or click on aosglobal.org to actually get across to us. You understand? And we do hope to see you in our next live session. So thank you very, very much, everyone, once again, and do have a lovely day ahead. Au revoir. Bye for now.